You know what's kind of weird I've noticed about my emotional state? I know I stay ill and aggravated because I stay in pain all the time. But like right after I take my pain medicine in the morning, my medicine for inflammation, I feel a little happier after it kicks in, like after it dulls the pain. I mean, it doesn't get rid of it completely, but it dulls it. And I feel just a little bit happier. Not much, but just a little, because like when the pain's really bad and I can't put weight on my leg, I just get a little hornet. But like I said, it doesn't really get rid of the depression. It doesn't really get rid of the fact that I hate being alone. I hate climbing up and down those stairs when I have to do things like take out the trash. And I hate being in an apartment building where the manager's always hated me. Like she's never even gave me a chance as a person. The minute they said I was schizophrenic, the negative energy just has always been there. The friction's always been there. It's kind of funny. I said in one video, but I couldn't upload. But like I said, I thought maybe being happy with being out of this environment where I feel like everything's hostile to me. But I mean, my dad says I'll never be happy. My psychiatrist told me that if thinking a relationship will make me happy, that's not going to work either. Guys, to be honest with you, I don't know what would make me happy. I mean, even though the football game I've been looking for a while for the 360, it's coming in the mail today or tomorrow. I don't know which. Amazon's kind of confusing me on when it's going to be delivered. And it's kind of weird. I don't even really. This is the weird part. I don't watch football. I don't know the first thing about it. But for some like mental exercising reason, I want to have football games in my collection. Like, and I want to have NASCAR games. I don't watch NASCAR either. I don't watch basketball. I don't watch baseball. I don't watch sports. I don't know the first thing about even who's on the cover of these games. Like, I just don't get it. Like, I mean, the sports games having this, like, memories attached to them. Like, playing them with my brothers or playing them with, like, I mean, mainly just my brothers, because they were big into sports. But, because anything they like was football. And my stepdad, I could get my stepdad to play a game as long as it was a racing game. Like, that was the thing. I could get him. I thought the only way I could get, like, anybody to play any games with me back in the day was mainly if it was a sports game because everybody in my family was into sports. I could get somebody to play, NBA Jam back in the day or skateboarding, like Tony Hawk, because, that was what they were into. But that was the only way I could really get anybody outside that one cousin to get to play games. Because she liked, geeky stuff too, and she still does. She's gone to Comic Con type events and cosplays and crap, but I mean, her thing is she's more into like Harry Potter and Lords of the Rings, and uh, I think she's kind of the Twilight type style stuff too. Like, she's more into the medieval fantasy type culture, I guess. Um, when it comes, or just the fantasy type culture, like the fantasy, she's not really into the sci-fi part. I mean, from what she explains to me, her interest are. um, but she doesn't talk to me anymore because she went back to work, and she was only talking to me for a brief time while she was in between jobs. But like, I don't hear nothing from her anymore. But she's like the only other geek in the family. Everyone else is, all about sports and jock stuff. Like I said, me buying the NCAA 2012 or the NCAA 2003 or 2005 or whatever, just whatever I have like that. It's just more or less just having it to say, hey, I have this game that I remember playing with my brothers. Or like saying I have the whole 2005 2K lineup. It's like, oh, I have these because Soft Drink says they're the best sports games you can get, and I want to try them for myself. Same thing with having Minecraft, Fallout, Half-Life 2, and Elder Scrolls. Oh, I have these because they're on bestsellers list. Like, see, that's just it. Like, a lot of this stuff is just because it's something I either missed out on back in the day because I never got to play any Half-Life. And the orange box is sitting over there. I played like the first level. And the main reason I bought the orange box was to play Portal 1 because I wanted to play Portal 1 because I played they gave Portal 2 away for free at one point. And I played some of that. And I was like, I wonder, what is the origin like of this game? So that's the main reason I wanted the orange box was to get Portal 1. Minecraft, I got that. It's weird. I used to have a digital copy of my Minecraft on the account that got hacked. And I was like, well, I just want this game because it's on the bestsellers list. Like, the majority of my library is stuff that was on the bestsellers list that people kept talking about that I missed out on the first go around. I wanted to try it for myself. But like having the Call of Duty original Modern Warfare trilogy for 360. I played it on easy. I beat the story. I didn't find it to be that impressive because, the multiplayer is dead for older Call of Duties mostly. And like I said, everything in my library, from my movies to my games, are just there because they were on somebody's bestseller list, or because people said they were popular back in the day, and because I had a limited income or limited budget, I saw them on sale. Like, hey, I missed out on this game back in the day. I never got to play it, so I'm going to get it now and try to play it and see what the buzz is about it. I do not understand the buzz behind Half-Life. I do not understand the buzz behind like Dead Rising or just any of this crap that I've thrown on the shelf. Because everybody back in the day said it was cool. Like, hearing people talk about Oblivion and Fallout 3 and then getting also like Fallout 4, and again, I don't find them that impressive. But like I said, maybe that's depression. Maybe that's just the depression. I don't find nothing enjoyable. Like, I just, I don't know, just, like I said, I have Grid, Grid 1 because Grid 1 was the game I played online a little bit. It was like the only reason we had to play online. And Dirt as well, and I made people in those games. I bought them for nostalgia reasons on my own because I got those before I got Forza. I have no attachment to Project Gotham, but I was like, okay, these are bestsellers, I might as well get them. But that's just it. Like, majority of my movies, majority of my games, it's because they were on bestsellers list. When my interests are mainly Star Trek, G.I. Joe, and Stan Lee's version of Marvel Comics, not Disney's version of Marvel Comics. Like I said, girlfriend, different housing. I don't think I'll ever know what happiness is. I don't think I'll ever know what it feels like to be happy or be contented. Because nothing ever satisfies me. Like I said, I buy every game that I missed out on back in the day because I couldn't afford a $50 game. And I don't see the appeal of them. Maybe it was like the whole thing of playing like the GoldenEye up, downloaded on the N64, or the Banjo-Kazooie downloaded from the N64 to the stuff that's in Rare Replay. What if it was like one of those things you just had to be there? What if it was one of those things you had to be there? Like, you had to be in the moment when the game was hot? I don't know. Because a lot of this stuff was on the bestsellers list. I don't know. I don't find pleasure in it. Whether it's the original Xbox, the 360, the Xbox One. Like, again, I'm also bummed out that I can't complete Mass Effect because the internet won't connect to this stupid 360 because of Spectrum's BS. Like I said, nothing makes me happy. I can sit here, like I said, I have all my favorite shows from childhood. I got both versions of Ninja Turtles that I liked. I got all the versions of G.I. Joe that I could find. I got the main version of Transformers. I got Voltron. I got Power Rangers. I got Star Trek Next Generation. I got Gene Roddenberry's Andromeda. I got Lost in Space. I got basically every TV show I liked. I got Airwolf. I got Knight Rider. Like I can't think of anything else I can deal with TV other than try to get Deep Space Nine and Voyager for Star Trek collecting, and then for Power Rangers getting Power Rangers up until the point where I like kind of quit getting into it, which I watched it all the way through to space, and I think I'd watched like some of Time Force and Lightspeed Rescue, but like I think I'd actually completely quit after I think Time Force or Lightspeed Rescue, which one of was like after that, because I'd watched some of Galaxy as well, but like as far as like being a big fan of Power Rangers, I kind of quit being a big fan after space. Like I had a few Lost Galaxy figures, but like I really quit being into it after like that. I mean, like that was like the last one I didn't really watch. Like I said, I'd catch an episode of Time Force or an episode of Space. I never watched any of. I didn't watch any of Ninja Storm or Wild Force or And like I said, I watched a few episodes of Dino Thunder here and there with my cousin, but that was like it for Power Rangers for me. And like I occasionally would like watch an episode of SPD or something on Power Rangers, but like as far as my interest in Power Rangers, it really kind of died off after Space when they killed Tordon and killed all the bad guys and stuff like that. Because that was the end of the series. Afterwards, I just like to catch an episode every now and then because it was on the TV. I don't know. Where am I going with this? I don't know. I guess where I'm going with is all these things that everybody said was popular back in the day that I bought because it was on a bestsellers list. I don't get the appeal. A bunch of stuff I missed out on because I couldn't afford it or couldn't get it. And then I play it and I'm like, this is what people thought was cool back then. Like, this is like awful. What I'm trying to say, no matter what I do, I can't find a place to belong. Is what I'm getting at. Like having SSX3 and SSX, I guess, the SSX for 360, I'll just call it that. But I never played SSX because, like, um, when I played snowboarding, I had like all I had was a demo for Cool Borders 3. That was all I had back in the day. And then skateboarding, I just had like the one copy or two copies of Tony Hawk that we had. We had Tony Hawk 1 for PlayStation 1, then we had Tony Hawk's American Wasteland, which is in there on the original Xbox, along with the Need for Speed Underground, games, but I didn't bother playing them. Other stuff I actually played back in the day. Like I remember loving Need for Speed Underground, and there it sits, along with X-Men Legends and Spider-Man's 1 and 2, the movie. I really want to play them, along with Atari Anthology and Namco Museum 50th anniversary. It just, like I said, Medal of Honor, Frontline, just nothing makes me feel good. Like I said, I bought a random football game because it's attached to memories. Memories of a person who won't even talk to me. Like I text him and he won't even respond. It's like I'm chasing ghosts of memories. But then again, some of the people they're deceased, some of them aren't. Like the whole thing with the country music and my papa's favorite bands and getting that stuff and getting like anything to do with Top Gun, from T-shirts to both movies soundtracks to the video game, because Papa had the NES game back. That was really the only games he owned for his Nintendo. My Papa he had Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt, and then he had Top Gun, and that was about it. But like, again, just everything's just chasing ghosts. Everything's just chasing ghosts because these people, even the ones that are still alive, don't really spend any time with me. and I hate being alone. But Xbox Live as a social platform is dead.